Let's just get started. I didn't want to do this, but it's been so long. It's been so long for this update, and it's time to really just start talking about this game. And now that we found out that this Nebula remake on PC has so many problems, it's safe to say that this is a flop. And if you're playing on PlayStation like me, now let me just say this: I could play this PC version on my PC if I want, but I'm not gonna waste the time. And let's get started and say this first. I'm thankful to those who came over to the channel from yesterday from the live stream, and then um, those who have come over from last night and even this morning that are continuing to come over and talk about their experience on the PC. And I'm just so shocked to see all this stuff happening. And to be honest, kicking it back, didn't I say this was gonna happen? All the problems that we had on PlayStation is gonna be, or it's gonna foreshadow what's gonna happen on the PC version when it comes to launch. You did not even fix any of the problems that you had on your base product from your roots when you started on PlayStation. From PlayStation in general was where you started your roots, and it's just sad. That's why I changed my little status with the sad face. It's sad, and now some people are just saying right now, I got the tweets, I got the comments, and thanks to those who came over and saying that it's basically this is not the remake, but they already clarified the fact that the whole purpose of this update was to consist of a graphics update, bug fixes, and stability. That's what this update is all supposed to showcase. That is the update of which the just the contents are basically what this update was supposed to be about: graphics updates, bug fixes, and instability. But you didn't even hit the check bars on the bug fixes. You created more. You didn't hit the check box on the bug fixes. You didn't hit the check box. I knew you weren't going to hit the check box for the stability. I knew the game wasn't, because it's not even stable on this particular platform. It's too many problems, and now it's just too many problems that's even coming out for this particular PC version. This is insane. And now I'm gonna pull up the page on their Twitter page just to get some questions answered and stuff, just clarify it for you guys today before I get ready to play something else. And this game is not coming out to PlayStation. According to what they just said, this is not coming out to PlayStation until all the issues are resolved as far as stability on PC. Why? You should have just waited to come out with the PC version at a later date. You should have tried to expand a little bit later instead of trying to jump the gun and expand. This game is not ready for crossplay. We're just talking about the game. I got plenty of games. I don't sit on Nebula Realms and just come on here. I have a PS5 and Nintendo Switch and all these other platforms and games that I can play. I don't need to be on this game. I'm just here to update everybody and tell everybody what's up as far as the game and the updates, and I'm up out of here. I'm gonna close the game out and I'm gonna play something else. There's plenty of other games to play. I'm wearing this shirt. Let's zoom in on a little bit. Looking all ridiculous. Gray hair, lips needs to be fixed, stuff like that. It's just that's just just a couple problems that's just just with the abundance of problems. There's so many problems to name. It's a whole laundry list. It's bigger than a laundry list. It's a whole giant Christmas list that goes on and on and on and on with so many problems with the game, and people cannot even log in on the PC version. You made the game, as far as the remake, as far as being able to open and get to the menu screen, and then if you get lucky to get in, some people can even access the contents and the settings. So let's get over here to the tweet and start reading this. So they want to fix is any issues as soon as possible. So if you find any, they dropped a little form or a link just that's made to report one bug at a time. But they can, instead of doing this, they can just have people email them, because usually wasn't that supposed to be the platform or the way to report bugs and issues that you have on the game? But I'm wearing this shirt, Keycon Love Nebula Realms. Wait a minute, let's change up the shirt a little bit. Fix Nebula Realms and delay it indefinitely until you get everything fixed and together for this game. Do not come out with this game. Shut the servers down. And I'm saying it. Shut the servers down on the PlayStation 4. Shut the servers down on PC. Shut the servers down and start clean and get stuff fixed together and stop with the crossplay. The crossplay is not needed. The game cannot even handle all the players that come into the Nexus. It's just too many players and too much traffic. And didn't I just say this? All the traffic that you have with the servers that you already had with these servers from this little Halloween update that they dropped was foreshadowing what was going to happen when this remake update comes out. It's not a remake according to what people are saying. It's just a retexture. It's just retextures, and most of the things, most of the gameplay itself just looks the same. So just like I said, just with the stability problems, that was the stability and the bug fixes. That should be the priority. Don't even try to add more content to the game until it gets fixed, because it's just even more problems. And then come to find out, someone was asking, when does the PlayStation get it? When is the PlayStation going to get this update? They said depends on how well the game works on PC on a large scale. Then they said we want to make sure the game is stable before launching the PlayStation version and activating crossplay. Somebody said, how long will that take? We don't even know how long that's going to be. So that's going to probably take a month. That's going to probably take a month for them to even try to get everything stable. Because if you cannot get past, if these guys that came over this morning and from last night, if you guys can't even make it past the login screen, sounds like a lot of problems, a lot of work needs to be made and needs to be done to make sure that PC version is working properly. That's a lot. That's just a starting point. You can't get past the title screen. That's a lot of problems. That's just bad. That's a major flaw. You can't even log in, and once you even try to log in, you're gonna crash. Just take that in. You cannot make it past the login screen and you're gonna crash, and you're playing on the PC. You have all those problems. That's what's gonna happen to us. So let's say, for example, just throw it out there for the sake of the scenario. If it was out on PlayStation as well, I wouldn't be crashing left and right trying to log in. There's so many glitches and problems, and who knows the number of issues. So feel free to come in the comments and share what kind of issues you guys have with this remake or with this particular update. Because according to what they said, the whole thing or this whole purpose of this update is for graphics, a little graphics update, bug fixes, and stability for this particular update. That's what it's all. That's the only thing that's the major focus for this particular update. But if you can't handle it and run properly on PC, you probably shouldn't have never come out with it on the PC in the first place. So you messed up big time, and now you have so many problems to fix on the PC, and we're not gonna have the update until who knows when. Probably later on, maybe closer to 2023. You might as well just delay it indefinitely. There's too much traffic, and you have too many people having so many problems and duplicate issues that are basically the same issues that we have. Outside of the login issues, you can make it past the title screen to be able to log in and get into a personal space or a public space or wherever your avatar is located in from which you last played. But that's just absolutely ridiculous. This game needs to be and delay indefinitely with all the problems. And then, just like they just said, we're not going to have this update until it's all together and set for PC. You shouldn't have never expanded and had the silly idea of trying to expand on a platform that you're not ready for, and then a feature that has even more stress and requires more stress on the servers that cannot even handle crossplay at all. You're not ready for crossplay. Do not bring this game out on any other platform. This game doesn't even probably need to belong on mobile. You should have just kept it on PlayStation until you had everything fixed on the base product of the game on which you started on. You leave all your supporters out on PlayStation, and everybody who spent money in the game. We're just still gonna be playing this waiting game for a little bit longer. I don't even want to say a little bit longer. Who knows when, how long we're gonna be playing this waiting game. So until then, this is just gonna stay on the dashboard. I'm just surprised to hear all this. And just saying, depends how well the game works on PC on a large scale. You have all these problems and people can barely even log into your game on PC. That's going to the shadow realm. That's gonna be deleted. People getting constantly kicked out whenever they hit log in, and then just all these little glitches and minimal problems. This is overhyped. This is a flop. I'm glad that it's not out for us, because I definitely would be not having a good time just playing it and trying to experience it. And then I was even gonna go as far as just trying to check out the update today, but only to find out that it's not even gonna be out until they get the PC version ready. They should have just scrapped that idea for bringing it out there in the first place. It has too many problems, all the things that's missing, empty promises, and things that's not to be fixed and has yet to be fixed and addressed, with the pinball machines missing. It's so many things that's missing from the goals list. You can go ahead and check it out. All the goals list and things that they said that was supposed to be in the game still isn't in the game. We have missing features for the avatars for the females, for the animations. They don't have the same animations and walk and run animations like we do. They don't have none of this stuff. So y'all jumping the gun too quick, and it's just rushed. And it's just like, no wonder. So it's just misleading. This Nebula remake is not a remake. It's just basically just a update for a rehash scale for retesters, and that's it. And it's not stable. It's just another broken version on which we have. It's worse than this one. The PC version is worse than the PlayStation 4 version. Just say that. Just think about that. The PC version, say it again. The PC version that we waited for, from you guys that waited for it, is worse than the PlayStation 4 version. And now they have all those problems that are coming in that they have to address and fix and try to put together and resolve. And in the meantime, we're on halt, we're on pause until all that stuff gets fixed. That's ridiculous. That's bad. Should never came out with it on PC. That was a bad move, not a good idea. And then you have all these problems that you didn't address, silly updates and events that you didn't even really try to come out with. This is criticism. This is criticism. I wanted to just address that right now. This is criticism and just talking about this game and updating people who play this game, who support this game, and also support the channel as well, coming to watch the Nebula videos to stay up to date over here. This is criticism. And I don't want people to think, oh, this is hate. I could have been deleted this game. I don't have to play this game. It's hundreds and hundreds of games on PS5 and all this stuff. I don't need this game. And I'm saying it now. I can send this game to the Shadow Realm and be done with it. But all these problems, this game is just going to stay on the dashboard for the rest of the year. I'm not coming back to this game till they say some newer updates. I'm not coming back to this game. There's plenty of other games to play. So until they fix those problems and hear some updates, I'll be back on here. But I just had to come on here and just talk about it so that everybody knows what's going on. The PC version has too many issues. And then just with all the stuff that they tried to do, this is Harbor Studio. You took Harbor Studio from PlayStation Home. It's the same thing. Where was the boundary? It was just this room. This was Harbor Studio and PlayStation Home. I'm saying it. This is Harbor Studio from PlayStation Home. You took Harbor Studio from PlayStation Home and you added 2 rooms, 2 additional rooms, and then an upper floor. You got your idea from that. You stole Harbor Studio. This is basically Harbor Studios. This is the same thing. And this was supposed to be the new PlayStation Home. It's not the new PlayStation Home. They have ways to go. And if they're having all these problems with trying to expand on a different platform, it's insane. And that's why I don't play all these social games. This is the only social game that I play. Didn't play Adam Universe. Didn't play Four Kings Casino. Have no interest in downloading all those and playing all these variety of social games over and over and over. I play video games. And this is not acceptable as far as the PC. So I just wanted to come out with it and just react and share my thoughts. This is an absolute disappointment. It's a flop. Fix the game, delay it indefinitely. Stop coming out with these little updates. Shut the servers down if need be, so you don't get yourself more traffic because it's early. It's so early in the morning. And then as the day gets later, when people get off, They're going to start checking it out and see what's up with the PC version, get all excited, only to run into that brick wall that we constantly keep on running into, that we've been running into for years, with the same issues, the same problems, and no improvement whatsoever. Slight improvements with local motions and in personal spaces and stuff like that. But then you drop third party support, you messed up. You rushed the update, you messed up badly. You didn't fix the problems, you messed up. Someone can't even get past the title screen. You messed up super bad, so badly your game doesn't even work properly. You need to go back to the drawing board to fix the issues, communicate properly, stop hiding and being afraid to come out with posts and let people know what's going on and answer questions. Don't be scared. And it's just like that's just the thing that gets to me. The lack of communication, the hiding. You say one thing and once per week, then you're gone for the rest of the week. Then you don't answer questions. Then how are you able to communicate with people? How do you expect to connect when you don't answer questions? You run away and you just escape the problems, and then you turn the comments off because you don't want criticism. People are trying to let you know how they feel because they supported your game and put money into the game. You messed up and you scared. You close everything off and shut the comments off. You cannot do that to your supporters and people who supported this game for years. You cannot do that. So that's just killing you yourself and your game and your support base. You're cutting off your support base and you're scared of criticism. This is what it is. So I'm doing it for them, and I'm just talking about it as an active player that's been playing this game. I cover all the updates. Take that in. Every single update they came out with, from seasonal updates, game information and features and stuff like that, the events. I cover all those events. But now this game is just going to stay. I'm staying away from this game until they fix it. So when they come out with some more information, I'll be back on here to share it, and then I'm just going to close it and move on to the next game, just like I'm about to do today. But I'm bringing this out now so people are aware of what's going on with the PC version. It's not worth downloading. Do not download it because you're just going to have those same problems if you even make it past the login screen. If you do, you're going to crash eventually in a matter of seconds, in a matter of minutes. You're not going to be able to access the settings and the contents. This is just the launch day. They have ways to go to fix this, and if you're on PlayStation, or me, like me, you're not going to be able to play and experience this update until they fix that and get that together. So that's going to be a long time. Delay the game and definitely shut the servers down and fix them, because you're just getting more traffic, more and more and more and more traffic, and the servers cannot handle it. Cancel crossplay. Cancel the crossplay feature. This game does not need crossplay right now. It cannot handle any of the features. It's just a mess right now. It's just not worth just downloading. You're just gonna have those same problems. And just to say it one more time, the PC version is worse than the PlayStation 4 version. They have way more issues than what we have. So it's what, 2 times as worse? But I'm curious to see. Bring it. You guys can say what y'all want in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this, the update. And just with the news, I just wanted to clarify it as well. I already knew the game was supposed to be consistent of bug fixes, stability, and graphics updates, but it's not even hitting the check boxes on any of those. You got the little graphics update, that's it, or retextures or whatever. But the main problems was the fixes. That's why I said before they even think about trying to do the graphics or whatever things that they wanted to add, make sure the game works. Make sure the game works properly. And that's why they were so trying to come out with one particular version at a time. And all that time that they put into the PC version just for this, for all these problems, you're just running. You're back to square one now. You're gonna have to start from square one to even try to climb that mountain all over again to make sure it's stable enough, and then try to expand all over again. They basically have to expand to us. You have to expand to PS4 now. You have to expand to PlayStation for most of your support base, so to make sure the game is running well. But guess what? Once it comes to PlayStation, we're gonna have those problems. We're gonna have those problems that the PC version have. Well, the PC version has for Steam. That's what's gonna happen.